Angie Dickinson has always been a woman of fierce independence and startling honesty. From the gritty streets of Policewoman to the high-stakes glamour of Ocean's 11, she commanded the screen with a blend of toughness and vulnerability that few could match. But now, at 94, she is peeling back the layers of a long-rumored chapter of her life. In the royal time of Hollywood, we explore the untold truth behind Angie Dickinson's connection to the golden boy of a generation, Ricky Nelson, and the heartbreaking reality of fame that bound them together. From North Dakota to Rio Bravo. Born Angeline Brown in 1931, Angie grew up during the Great Depression, inheriting a sharp intellect from her newspaper editor father. Her move to California was the catalyst for a career she never intended to have. A chance appearance in a beauty contest led to a contract with Columbia Pictures, but it was her role as Feathers in the 1959 classic Rio Bravo that made her an icon. Standing toe-to-toe with giants like John Wayne and Dean Martin, Angie proved she was more than just a glamorous face. She was a woman who could hold her own in a man's world. The groundbreaker, Policewoman. By the 1970s, Angie made television history. As Sergeant Pepper Anderson in Policewoman, she became the first woman to headline a successful hour-long TV drama. She didn't just play a cop. She paved the way for every female-led procedural that followed. Off-camera, she was just as resolute. In 1993, she famously walked off the set of This Is Your Life, refusing to let her legacy be reduced to a sentimental spectacle. She was an actress who demanded respect, a trait that served her well as she took on darker, more complex roles in projects like Wild Palms and Dress to Kill. The truth about Ricky Nelson: more than a romance. For decades, fans and tabloids speculated about the nature of the relationship between Angie and the teen idol Ricky Nelson. At 94, Angie is finally clarifying that what they shared wasn't the scandalous fling the papers craved. It was something far more profound. People always wanted to turn everything into a romance, Angie says. But what Ricky and I shared was more complicated and more meaningful than that. When they met in the early 1960s, Ricky was at the height of his fame. Angie recalls that while the world saw a perfect smile, she saw a prison. The loneliness of the idol. Ricky had been famous since childhood on the adventures of Ozzie and Harriet. Angie realized that he never had the chance to discover who he was without an audience watching. A shared understanding. Despite the age gap, Angie provided a safe harbor for the young star. He was shy, introspective, and desperately wanted to be taken seriously as an artist, not just a screamed-at teen idol. A heartbreaking warning. Angie describes Ricky as a warning of how fame can freeze a person in time. His tragic death in 1985 remains a source of deep sorrow for her, representing a life that felt unfinished. A life of highs and deep sorrows. Angie's personal life was as rich and complex as her career. Her marriage to the legendary composer Burt Bacharach lasted 16 years, a union of two creative powerhouses. However, their lives were forever changed by the birth of their daughter, Nikki. Nikki was autistic at a time when the world had little understanding of the condition. Her tragic suicide in 2007 remains the most painful chapter of Angie's life, a reminder that even the most luminous stars carry heavy, private grief. The final clarity. Now, in the twilight of her life, Angie Dickinson isn't interested in Hollywood myths. She is interested in the truth. By speaking about Ricky Nelson, she isn't chasing headlines. She is humanizing a friend who is lost in the glare of his own legend. Ricky wasn't weak. He was sensitive, she reflects. And sensitivity is dangerous in a world that rewards image over truth. What is your favorite Angie Dickinson role? Was it the groundbreaking Pepper Anderson or the alluring Feathers in Rio Bravo? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this look into the hidden heart of Hollywood moving, please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell notification to stay updated with more stories from the royal time of Hollywood.